I heard you talking when you're sleeping. I can't stop thinking when you dreaming. Falling apart isn't
Yo! Hey, shut the fuck up. Yo, jump over. Get the fuck out. What's up, jump giver? Yuppie.
know about you, you. There's something in his eyes. He's keeping secrets. I don't know about you, you.
Sorry, I'll get you guys now. Just setting up something here quickly. Yo, Beat Petite, what's good, what's good? I love the game. I'll never forget. I'll get lots of feedback in like 2 minutes. I'm just sorting out something for work quickly. 1 second. Oh. Thank you. Right, sorry about that, guys. Let's get into some feedback. I hope you're all doing well this fine Tuesday. This is Young Govers with the Bass House Drop. Give it a listen. That was a lovely job, dude. Something is in the mix in the master, but you're still arranging, so I can't really give you feedback on that. As for the arrangement, it was decent enough. Very interesting drop. Love the short and brass hits. Yeah, man, that's sick, dude. Honestly, not a lot of feedback regarding the arrangements, and that's obviously what you have for feedback on because you haven't done a mix down or a master. But yeah, I thought the arrangement was fire. Maybe we need a little bit more crazy in the second section, just to give a little bit of variation between the two halves of the drop. But yeah, overall, dude, that was very sick, man. Excited to hear it when it's done. Yeah, most of my feedback lies within the mix and the master, which you haven't done yet. So I'm not gonna really comment on that. But overall, I definitely think kicks need to come a bit louder, and when you increase the volume of the kick, you're gonna have to mix in your other elements to sort of match that volume. The percussion and the bass, I think, sat very nice in the mix. So yeah, bit of a louder kick, and honestly, it's A for away, dude. Not much issues with this one at all. I dig it. It's fucking epic drop, man. Yeah, so let's just give a little bit of low mids to that pick. I thought it sat okay in the high frequencies and the mid frequencies. That was alright. Just missing a bit of low mid on the kick, and then yeah, let's saturate it a little bit more. And obviously, the rest of your mix will change when you when you give your kick some more gain. Some of the elements are going to sit too far back, and then yeah, adjust accordingly. Songwriting itself, I was perfect, dude. I mentioned earlier, I thought the arrangement was really cool. Maybe change up the second part, add a little bit of like variation, yeah, with that kicks. Maybe change up the rhythm for one of the bars. Make it less copy and paste. I know it's not copy and paste, dude. I can see there's a difference between the two, but yeah, an unexperienced listener might be bored in the second part. So yeah, let's add some more crazy fills here. Let's really distort one of the sections of that main lead just to give it a little bit of variation. But yeah, overall, really cool, dude. Songwriting on point. Thank you for sharing again, Jop. And yeah, man, looking forward to when it's done. We got another track from Beat Petites 1 minute ago with Rail X Beat Petite Mark of Death. Let's give it a listen. Let's see what we got over here.
Equipped with atomic power and operated by remote control.
Man. Again with the spooky vibe, love it. Sounds like an intro to a TV show.
Can you beat me? I came here tonight to play chess. Nobody ever mentioned anything about a sword fight. Master Law, if you don't talk, you're gonna die.
Damn, that was very cool. Give it up for Beat Petite. Damn, where was that vocal sample from? Like the whole overall feel of the track. I felt like it was a bit of a TV show intro. Almost had the spooky vibes again. I don't know if you guys are building up an EP for October. If so, it's definitely gonna sound good for Spooktober. But yeah, where were those vocals from? A nice control V there. You kind of missed the control. So what sort of feedback you're looking for? Honestly, again, there is not much feedback for this. I think it's so well thought out. The mix is hitting hard. But yeah, we'll listen to it again. If there's anything I hear, I'll be sure to let you know.
Atomic power and operated by remote control.
Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me? I came here tonight to play chess. Nobody ever mentioned anything about a sword fight. Master Law, if you don't talk, you're gonna die.
Ooh, camera coming soon. Don't worry, camera coming soon. Yeah, we probably, yeah, I should probably just buy one and then I'll hook up the camera, or actually have a camera that I could hook up right now. What's up, Fallen iMusic? Number 2, welcome in. Welcome in. Again, so feedback for this one, I think maybe it'll need a little bit more effects in the beginning just to sort of offset the rhythm sometimes. Like by the time your fourth collection of bars comes in, it does sound a little bit stale regarding just the rhythm of the kick. I thought like the other elements worked well.
Operated by
What's up, puppets? Welcome in. That sound effect there, very cool.
Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
A little bit of muddiness on that acoustic kick there.
I came here tonight to play chess.
Yeah, but other than that,
Mention.
this is fucking perfect. I wouldn't change much. Maybe around the rhythm in the beginning part, but you're still working on the arrangements, so I think that's going to be ironed out in the final product. What else do I have for you? It's so perfect. There's not much I can. Maybe we need some more stereo information, like have some automation on some panning in those fills. Other than that, honestly, nitpicking. Cool song. Very cool. You can just send a link in the chat. Stop at destination? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm really clawing at it to try and find anything I could give you some feedback on. I do apologize. I think it's pretty well rounded. So yeah, thank you again for sharing. Love you guys' stuff. Always a treat to have such good music. And yeah, next we have another one from Beat Petite. I'm gonna take a listen because it's probably gonna be short again. And then after that, your next stop. Appreciate you pulling up. And yeah, this is Over and Over with Rail and X Beat Petite again. Guys are really smashing out the hits, huh? Man, this got some crazy sound design on those bending strings. Love it. Ooh. Yeah, it's hot as fuck, right? Yes. Woo. A little bit of vocals. I'm coming for you. Man, that was sick. Again, you guys never failed to knock it out the ballpark, I must say. Some arrangement things, some one or two mixing things. You guys aren't done with the arrangement. I can see those, so I'm just going to tell it how it is for what I have here. Yeah. Let's step through it again, and then, yeah, I'll give you my feedback as we go through. The side mix on the intro, there's a lot of information going around this bass area for the intro. I'd maybe just watch the sides for a bigger system. This may cause some phasing issues when you listen to it in a club or on a festival big system. But yeah, that's something small and quick and easy to fix. I'm coming for you. That was so cool. I wouldn't change anything about that first part. The mix, the arrangement, everything was cool. I think we got into the break a little bit too soon, so maybe extend it out another 16 bars or 8 bars, whatever time signature you're working on, yeah. And yeah, let's maybe have a part where we drop the strings, and we sort of focus on the low elements and the mid elements, and yeah, we sort of leave that room open, and the strings. I think it will create a nice contrast between the two. And when I say strings, I mean those bending strings that you've incorporated. Yeah, they sound fucking awesome. But I think it's just this break is a bit surprising, so it needs a bit of a, like, I call them breakdowns, where we sort of fill the drop and the break, and we have something in between, and give it all breakdown. So it should have some rhythm, it should have some bass going on, and not so much information in the higher frequencies. This drop so sick. Oh, that was tight. A little bit of something we need to do with the rhythm, yeah, in between the drop and the subsequent parts that come after it. I think to my ear it sounds a little bit off. We'll listen to it again, but you can hear the rhythm of as it drops, and then we sort of have like this break in between the two rhythms, and it's a little bit off-putting. Let me just see if I can pick it up again. You see, we've gone halftime, yeah, for this rhythm. I don't think the halftime really works there. Sort of stops the momentum of the drop, you could say. So it all depends what sort of what do you actually want to do with this song? Do you want to have it for a soundtrack for a game? Do you want to have it on the underground rap scene? That will sort of dictate what you're going to do with the rhythm there, but I think we need to do a little something. The little halftime doesn't really work out here. I'm ready to jam, and then like we've lost the rhythm completely, and then it comes back. I feel like if we want to have a more standard drop, we need to fix that rhythm there. That's cool for like a breakdown or a break or something, but right after the drop, it's a little jarring. But yeah, perfect song. Everything else was good. The mix, no complaints. We just had the little phasing issue in the beginning, but that's a simple fix. Everything else rock solid, man. The arrangement really cool. Kept the listener interested throughout. Yeah, great job again. You guys really, really are knocking it out the park, man. Thank you. Yeah, feel free to share something else if you got it. If you don't, we're getting into. I gotta get that now. Stop at Desi at Saddam. Stop at Desi at Saddam. Please let me know how to say your name, but yeah, no problem, Miss B Petite. Thank you guys again for sharing. Which track do you want us to listen to first? Tristoden or Stop? May send something harder. No, we're you can call me Peter. Okay, cool, Peter. Which track do you want to play first? We'll play both, but then we'll have a sandwich with Fallen in the middle, so he'll be next. First and then second. Cool. What's up, Detox? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, so this is Tristonen 3000 with nothing much to say EP, and then we're gonna have a look at who do you look up to first. Let's go.
My flags are all black. My flags has praise. I'm praised, well spoken. Want to never be free, but I want to be.
Something completely different.
Never ending story.
Yo, yo, yo! Rail Pride, welcome in. Detox, thanks for the link.
Another of those days. Another one of those days. When my
Yeah, good man. Happy Tuesday.
money must be there to pay.
Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. 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 I do apologize, just smoking some bowls.
This mystery house happening in my head. I wish I could just cut it off and have a peaceful day in silence, alone in my bed. There is mystery house happening in my head. I wish I could just cut it off and have a peaceful day in silence, alone in my bed.
I will do, I will do. Where you from, Peter? How long you been doing music, dude? Thank you guys for all the follows as well. Appreciate it. Slovakia, welcome. A few years. All right. Okay. For Spoken 3000, man, that was cool, dude. It's a lot of unique ideas. I think there's a lot to talk about on the arrangement, especially on the mix side of things. But yeah, that's why we're gonna give you some help and some pointers to put you in the right direction. And yeah, overall, I don't think it was terrible. I think it was musically sound. Just a lot of things stood out in the mix to me as not quite working. Like I see what you've gone for, but yeah, the best I can do is give you some tips on how to improve your sound. Okay, for an intro, I think maybe we need a little bit of more action in the mid area. It's a bit harsh sounding here. That's just because all your information's happening in the higher frequencies. The vocal definitely needs a de-esser. The reverb you're using on the vocal needs to be reconsidered. It's far too wet for a vocal. It leaves the vocal sounding very washed out, and yeah, I would suggest you mix either your reverb on the send track, or just turn the mix down on with using the wet knob on the reverb. You need to look at your EQ on your reverbs. I hear a lot of high frequencies like sort of decaying over like a large chamber reverb. We sort of need to tune those higher frequencies out. Anything above 5k hertz is really just going to give you a washed out sound. So make sure we're using the EQ on our reverb. We can give it a bit of a warmer sound. I think the decay is too long in the reverb. It's adding to the washed out sound of the vocal. I know that's sort of the effect you're going for, that sort of edgy sound, but yeah, there's ways we can achieve that same edgy sound, but make it sound good as well.
My flags are all black.
We look at the wave taping on our drums. They have pretty nasty transients at the moment, so it could be your compressor settings. Look at the release settings on your compressor, but your kick has very little attack. I'd definitely layer another kick sample on top of your main kick. It's got some punch in the low end. It's a bit too muddy low. You can fix that by removing the sub frequencies in your other elements. Give it a bit more room to breathe. Your side channels on your bass frequencies way too loud, dude. It's going to cause a lot of phasing issues on big systems. We don't want our lowest frequency, especially our sub channel, to have a lot of width information. We want it sitting right in the mid. It's just going to help a bit with the phasing, and it will make your mix sound cleaner overall. Yeah, I think it's a unique track. It's got some ideas, but technically speaking, the mix is a long way to go for it to be sounding professional and release ready. So I like that it's sort of edgy and out there. But yeah, I'm more of the type that sort of mixes a track where my transients are very clean. I've got meaning to my rhythm. My sub bass is clean. EDM, you always want your bass frequencies to be very tight and not muddy, whereas I feel this is very muddy because of the other elements sitting on top of them. Definitely rethink your reverb. Make sure it's on a send track. Make sure your wet signal's turned down a bit. It's far too spread for my liking. But yeah, dude. Let's see what else we can find. Your reverb's also got a lot of activity in the low areas. We need some side chain here to give the room to these big kicks. So you have really aggressive kicks in this section. Well, most of your track has aggressive kicks, but it's going to need that space to live if you want them so aggressive. Maybe we consider a side chain on our bass and our kicks so that those aren't stepping over each other. Fix the low frequencies on the vocals reverb. See, the reverb worked really well, yeah, in the little break part. That sounded super cool, but then as soon as it dropped, we should have cut that wet signal, and we should just have our drums and that main synth going and our bass line. Because the tail is stepping over this drop part here, you notice immediately how it makes the mix sound a little bit more muddy. And then obviously you got your synth riding through that same reverb with the low frequencies not tamed on the actual wet signal of the reverb. So yeah. But yeah, dude, overall cool track. It's a niche. I mean, genre. If you're expecting it to sound like that, then I'm not sure what sort of feedback you'd be looking for, because yeah, there's ways to musically do things, and then there's ways to just say it sounds edgy and have it out there. And yeah, all right. Who was next? It's Fallen Eye Music. But yeah, appreciate you, dude. If we're gonna listen to your next track after the next couple of people, and then yeah, I'll have more feedback for you there. But once you've made your changes, definitely come back, send it to me again. I'll give it another listen, and yeah, I'll tell you where we've improved and where we still need to go. And yeah, cool track, dude. Appreciate you sharing. This is Fallen with I Know Mixtape. You still here, Fallen? Yeah, let's go.
Can I be someone else? I cannot pretend. Hold you inside my heart feels very Sunday. Turn my head out of this path for a hill. All I'm trying to be alive. I couldn't say it.
No, it's too much shit, I can't rewind. No, it's too many problems, I'm out of time. I know. Feel like
Something seriously wrong with your mix down here, dude. Your right channel is much louder than your left channel. I don't know if that was an error in exporting the song, but yeah, you can see how we have a leaning tower of pizza here. Just means that your right channel is louder than your left channel, so maybe check your master channel that you maybe haven't bumped a panning slider or something. I'll try my best to give you feedback. Yeah, it is. It'll be beat and then you detox. So you recorded in Band Lab. Maybe check your mic then. Maybe you have a faulty cable or something. If you're recording in stereo, um, I don't know if anybody else can tell, but we definitely have a difference between the left and the right channel. Like I thought in the intro bit, you were just doing it for the intro. Then it sort of drowned out a bit, and I was a bit unsure. Like you had left it a bit too long, and I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna bring it back. But as soon as that main kick came in, then it was panning to the right. Something is up, dude.
so, all this weight on my shoulders. Please let me come closer. Without you,
So at the bottom here, we have the both waveforms. Top is the left. I mean, top is the right and bottom's the left.
all this time on your way that you ain't hate. I just can't explain your energy. I don't understand how you turn depression to memories. How we go from the point where you don't remember me, no remember me. I know you know.
I don't think the mix is bad. It's not terrible, no. Kid knows what he's doing. It's just that little error in our mix down, but we all make little mistakes. Vocal mixed really smooth, so nice.
No, you never stay. It's been frozen, it's taken away from me. Now it's taken away from me.
Damn, that sounds really good for older Hatpool headphones. What? Best. Maybe your headphones left channel is louder than your right channel, and you've compensated for it in your mix down.
Cause I've been feeling dangerous, knowing they can't change us. Who am I?
I've had that before, don't worry. Yeah, give it up for Fallen, man. That was a beautiful track, dude. I tried to look over the panning thing. It was very difficult for me. My My right ear is working harder than my left now, but yeah, overall I thought the mix was decent, the arrangement really cool. The recording on the vocals is very nice and smooth, dude. Honestly, not a lot of mix feedback for you, apart from that little blunder on the mix down, but yeah, that's something you can fix easily. But yeah, let's listen to it again, and if there's anything I find, I'll definitely let you know, brother.
Be someone else. I cannot pretend. Hold your
Thought this was a
inside
nice intro. I had no
for
gripes here.
love. Couldn't say it.
Bit of phasing issues in your sub. Lower frequencies need to be controlled in the side mix a little bit. It goes a bit away when that kick sample obviously has a lot of information in the mid area, so it sort of compensates for that. But I can definitely pick up the phasing issues here in the beginning of the mix. So let's just watch our side mix of our low frequencies for that acoustic guitar. So you have it low cut here in the intro, and then the low frequencies come in here afterwards. That's where the phasing issues are happening for me. Your voice was a bit deep.
I know, feel like I've been gone, wasted too long.
I think it fits the vibe of the track. I wouldn't really change much there. I did notice in that one piece there's some hissing on the vocals, so definitely slap a DS on there and adjust your threshold to fit your vocal. You don't want to make it too flat. You still want some of that presence in the high range, so it's got that fuzz, but it did hiss a little bit for me over here.
Feel like I've been gone, wasted too
It was yeah.
feel like
Right there, we had a bit of a pop in the hiss, but yeah, a real mix, really cool, dude. It fits the vibe of the track, so
hardest time in my play, depression and memories. Sometimes I thought I was wrong.
cool. Yeah, I hope that feedback helps you. I don't have much more. I think the mix is all right. It's not it's not out there, and there's nothing immediately I notice wrong with it. Just bit of phasing issues here and there. Fix the left right mix on the master. That was obviously a mistake, so we can look past that. What else? Arrangement, cool. Lyrics and vocal and songwriting. I don't have much experience behind the songwriting, so I can't give you much feedback there, but to me it sounded okay. There was nothing like I would change much about it.
Just take
And yeah, I think your delivery on the mic was excellent, dude. You hit your notes really well. And we didn't have overpowering auto tune to compensate for that. So good work, dude. Good work on the vocal. I like that. Yeah, next we have Beat Petite again. Which one there is the question. It's right before Detox, yeah? I believe. Let me know if I skipped one or something. Yeah, we did Stop Falling and Beat Petite. And then Detox is after that. Oh, we listened to this one, didn't we? Yes. Did you send another one? Sure you did. Over and over again. Okay, yeah, let me know if you fix that mix. In the meantime, we're gonna get to Detox. Fix that link, sorry. Your Twitch chat, would you... Alright, Detox, it's your turn. Open work in progress. Do you still sing along? All right, let's go.
Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9 is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
All alone. Yeah, that's how you left me. I was on my own. Stuck up in my mind, asking what did I do wrong? I turn on the radio, I'm hearing all our songs. You used to sing along. All alone. Yeah, that's how you left me. I was on my own. Stuck up in my mind, asking what did I do wrong? I turn on the radio, I'm hearing all our songs. You used to sing along. Yeah, that's how you left me. I was on my own. Stuck up in my mind, asking what did I do wrong? I turned on the
Anytime
radio,
fall in.
I'm hearing all our songs. You used to sing along.
Hey. Come on, we need the numbers there. Yeah, I'm just a bit confused. I looked at your other links and they were the same track that we listened to. So yeah, I don't know if you want to send me an updated link there.
Yeah, that's how you left me. I was on my own. Stuck up in my mind, asking what did I do wrong? I turn on the radio, I'm hearing all our songs. You used to sing along. All alone. Yeah, that's how you left
Open
me. I was
verse.
on my
Who the
own.
fuck knows what that
Stuck up
means?
in my mind, asking what did I do
Meaning
wrong?
other people are going
I
to
turned
record
on
over it,
the
so you left
radio,
open
I'm
this
hearing all
spot?
our
Okay.
songs. You used to sing along. All alone. Yeah, that's how you left me. I was on my own. Stuck up in my mind, asking what did I do wrong? Wrong. You used to sing along. All alone.
That was Detox with Do You Still Sing Along? Very cool, dude. Very cool track. Overall, no real gripes. I thought it was musically sound. There are a couple of things in the mix we're going to talk about. Arrangement too, but now that you say that it's open, what did you say? It's open verse, so I thought that little big piece in the middle got a bit stale, but that's obviously your open verse spot, so we'll skip over that feedback. But yeah, let's see what we can find.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Intro, yeah, really harsh. I would definitely high pass some of those lower sub frequencies for the intro. The filter that you're sort of sweeping up here with sounds like it's got a bit of resonance. Once it reaches these higher frequencies, it's chilling the ear a bit. So maybe look at the resonance setting on your low pass filter that we automated here.
6, 7, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I definitely rethink this intro, but it makes no sense. We're just hearing a whole lot of low end mud there, so definitely give it a high pass filter. Get rid of those sub frequencies when I need them for the intro. Definitely the low pass needs to be a little bit higher too. Let some more of those mid frequencies through, so it makes a bit more sense.
Please record your message.
All alone. Yeah, that's how you
8, 9 is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
all alone. Yeah, that's how you left me.
It seems like we've done all our work on the master on this track, which is not always a bad thing, but because at the end you've gone and slapped that very nice master over it, it's sort of, well, it's gain staging your other elements to sort of fall in line, so your limiter settings and your compressor settings are not quite right for your intro. They work for the drop piece, but it's sort of it sort of makes the intro bit a little bit too loud.
Was on my own.
Vocal, overall really decent. Some issues just on the mix part of it. I think the recording was okay. The reverb again, it's sounding a bit washed out, so definitely give it a little bit less wet signal on the reverb. Tune your reverb so that it's affecting the frequencies you want. Cut out the really high frequencies off the wet signal on the reverb. You should be using a reverb that will have a high and a low cut. So I know Fruity Reverb 2 has it. Valhalla Vintage Verb does it. I think a little bit too much information in the low frequencies on your vocals, so let's control that with an EQ and tone down the low frequencies a little bit. I think the vocal needs to go down a couple of dBs compared to the other elements in your mix. Yeah, it's very loud vocal. It's not leaving room for the instrument.
On the radio, I'm hearing all our songs. You used to sing along, all alone. Yeah, that's how you left me. I was on my own.
Yeah, so we talked about the low frequencies on the vocal, the reverb again. It's not overly wet, dude. Like I can tell you've tamed it down, but let's tame it down a little bit more. It might be yo, Raiders, bow tie French fry. Thank you. So yeah, turn down the low frequencies on vocal. Manage the wet mix on our reverb on the vocal.
Stuck up in my mind, asking what is wrong.
And then the gain staging on the vocal, let's drop it down a couple of dBs. You got a really nice rhythm in your track, a nice instrumental. Let's not overwash it. Yo, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you. What's up, Bowtie? Legend. Yeah, other than that, I thought the middle piece got a bit boring, but that's your open verse for the next vocalist, so I'm not gonna comment too much on that part. What else was there, dude? Honestly, not much. Cool song.
You used to sing my own.
I think we needed a bit of snare, yeah, mumba snare, just to carry that rhythm, the new rhythm you brought. I am a fan of the new mumba rhythm that you introduced here. I think if we built on that a little bit, carried it a bit further into the song and introduced the snare. But yeah, that's my feedback for you. I hope I could help you on the vocal mix a little bit, because yeah, that sounded like it needed the most work, I would say. But yeah, one up, dude. Yeah, next after that we have Rail Prod. Are you here, buddy? Let's take a listen. And all the raiders, welcome in. Thank you for dropping follows. Thank you for posting your tracks. We're definitely gonna, yeah, you just submitted in the track. Whoop whoop. Hey, you can just post it in the chat. That's fine. Yeah. So next up we got Rail Prod. Don't start nothing. We already know this is gonna be fire. But yeah, let's give it a listen. Shout outs. Woo. Hold up. Man's got the rhythm. Perfect. DVS, give it up for Rail. That was Don't Start Nothing, man. I can you've improved so much in your mixing in the last 2 years. This one's a little bit rough around the edges around on the mix, but overall the idea, the arrangement, and the creativity throughout was outstanding, dude. Again, rhythm really down nice. Yeah, I'll give you my feedback, what I think of each bit. I think I chord strings here, add a little bit of mud to the mix, so let's maybe control the low end on them. Again, the saturation on your kicks is not quite what I'm used to hearing from your Rail, so I know this is from 2 years ago. You've improved in your mix a lot. All the ear candy in the right places, rhythm down tight. We've looked at our sides. I can see all the low activities happening in the mid channels, which is great. Crazy good, am I right, dude? Yeah, there's definitely artistic talent in the actual music part of this. It's so good, dude. Rail always brings the heat. We can nitpick that little break part. I thought it was a little bit loud in comparison to the rest of the mix, so it took a little bit away from these drop drums, so we can control the volume on this. Maybe tame the mids a little bit, so give it that high-end chill. I like the information it's conveying in the low areas, so let's leave that. Just tame it a bit on the mids, like 1K range. Picks are a little muddy in this area, as we can see, but yeah, like I know you'll fix that. But give it up for Rail, dude. Autistic, artistic, autistic. They're all the same, aren't they? Yeah, I'm from South Africa, dude, so that's probably the accent you're picking up there. Most people have been fine, though. I suggest you get used to it. Cool. So next after Rail, yeah, I hope my feedback helped, Rail. Obviously not much. You always got it down, man. That one I'd probably focus on around the mix area. Arrangement was super cool. Next we have one more from Beat Petite, and then we're gonna hop over to who's after Beat Petite. It'll be Nazuna, and then it will be DVS. And then I think Bowtie French Fry should send us a track so we can rip his track apart for once. Yeah, give it up. This is Beat Petite, Rail, everything you need. Let's go. Woo! Yes, throw a track in, Fry. Come on, do it for the boys. And thank you so much for the raid, dude. Man, the stereo on this track goes in. That crescendo just took me to another planet. This song is so trippy. Yo, oh, give it up. Beat Petites and Rail. Man, that was cool. Epic, guys. Like, fuck. That soundscape was enough to make the hair on the back of your neck really like stand up, and I felt like it had an amazing atmosphere throughout. No gripes on the mix, to be fair. Maybe one or two here in this breakdown part, but yeah, let's step through it. If there's anything I don't like, I'll let you know, or felt like you could do better. But overall, this was epic. One of my favorite ones you've ever dropped in the chat. So yeah, you guys just keep doing what you're doing. You've got the niche. Just you need to get your music out there and market it. That's like what you need to be focusing on right now. I think musically you have everything down. I thought the stereo mix on this track was amazing. I love how we've treated our left and our right channels sort of independent. We've got a lot of movement throughout the track. It's not like static, some elements are in our left ear, some in our right. They sort of automate over time. Yeah, I think you did an amazing job on the sort of stereo field of this one. I think maybe watch around the 300 hertz region on those vocal drones. A little bit of mud coming through there. We can tame that with an EQ. Very good. Maybe these high frequencies are a little bit harsh. You can see in comparison to our bass here, the peaks are sitting a little bit too high. So maybe let's tame it a little bit with an EQ. Other than that, it's just nitpicking. Very good. Ooh, when these other songs come back and we have some more information in those mid areas, so good. I love it. I'd maybe look at adding a low pass wobble on the sound a little bit. So just to add a little bit of variation, we have the same sort of strings playing throughout, and I think on the strings, if we had a little bit of variation on the wobble with the low pass or something, might add that little bit extra. But yeah, cool. Thank you for sharing the heats. The no feedback heat, because honestly there isn't much I would change here. Who knows who is next? It is probably gonna be Nazuna. Are you still here, brother? If not, unlucky. And DVS, you're next, dude. What's up, Antonio? Just send it in the chat, dude. Yeah, the bot's gone on holiday, and I don't think he's ever coming back. We'll see. Oh, just the track we just listened to. Where I copied the wrong link. Nazuna, are you here? Overdriven by Nazuna. Awesome. Sorry that I always pick parts of your songs that I don't like, or like I felt like it would do better. But that's why, yeah, for the feedback. If I told you your song is good and just take it and go, then what is the point of sending your track in? So appreciate you guys for giving me the delicious music to listen to while we do this. Nazuna, what's up? Your turn. Let's go. Where you from, Nazuna? How long you been doing music, and what sort of style do you do? Spooky vibes. Maroon, bro, like from New Zealand. Yo, give it up for Nazuna with his artistic expression of Overdriven 188. Yeah, that was very artistic, dude. When you're sort of writing the future of music and sort of experimenting with all these styles, it's very difficult to give feedback because it's hard to say especially these days, a lot of art doesn't make sense to the casual listener. So I don't want to take away from anything that you've done, but I'm just going to give you my feedback from what I've learned while studying sound engineering, and you can do with it as you please. But yeah, there's quite a few things musically up and in the mix with this one. But yeah, let's step it through. I feel like our panning here is way too much. Let's turn on the mix on that panning. We never want elements completely in the left and right channel sort of spinning us around like that. So if we sort of left a bit of activity in the left and then we'd still get the same sort of effect, but it wouldn't be so jarring. So definitely, I like the panning. I like the sort of effort we've gone into the creativity of that. But leave some activity in your right channel when you're panning to the left, and vice versa. Action in the mid area, I'm not enjoying it too much. A lot of harsh frequencies going on here, dude. So let's tame a little bit, give it that action in the high, but yeah, let's sort of draw a smiley face where we're gonna have action in our lows, action in our highs, but it's sort of it troughs a bit in the mid because it's overly harsh. If it's short and it's like a quick like a hat or something, if you want to give something its own room in the mix, that's usually what we use panning for. So we can pan some of our hats to the left, and then even if it's sitting in the same frequency space as something else, because it's panned to the left, it will have its own space. So yeah, there is no book to writing music though, and artistically, there's anything you can do with music, and it just depends on the listener whether it sounds nice or not, doesn't it? The flanger or whatever you're using to modulate your sound there, it also hits a bit on the high end, and those harsher frequencies do come through. But yeah, dude, I think we have like a nice sort of build up, but musically it sort of builds up into nothing, and we have like a breakdown coming up, which is kind of strange musically. See, we've built up nicely here, but then we've had no crescendo into anything. We've gone back down. It's usually music you want to build up to something. You don't want to build people up and then take them back down. It could be the journey you want to take your listener on. Like I said, I don't know what my Uri core is or what this genre even is supposed to be. Oh man, like that flange you use. Oh, definitely watch your high frequencies, man. You know. Yeah. It definitely a bit of airy shit is so cool, but it's got to make sense. I mean, if the whole track is just airy, if it's a musical piece for a movie or something, then yeah, I can understand. You don't really need drums and impacts, but if this is a musical piece that you want people to listen to. Definitely very airy. Like I said, it's art, so there could be people who sort of, how could I say, they view it from their own eyes, so they might see it in a different light, if that makes sense. But yeah, I appreciate you for sharing your track, dude. Definitely think there's things on the mix there that we can work on, and arrangement speaking, like maybe that was just the feel you were going for, but I don't have much experience with that, so I can't give you that much feedback in that area. I can just tell you what I sort of look for in music. So yeah. There we go. Martin said it, art is subjective. Exactly. This is DVS with Over This. X Clagon, no vocals. Let's give it a listen. Dubstep. This is more up my alley. Hopefully, it's something I can give you feedback on. Making music for 7 months, melodic dubstep, playing around with doing normal dubstep is really cool, dude. Appreciate you stopping by. Yo, in music, what's up, what's up, what's up? Thank you, link in the chat if you got it. You can post as many as you like, Huberton. I'm only going to be streaming for another 40 minutes or so, but yeah, if we get to you, definitely. You're up next, by the way. Give it up for DVS with Over This, working with Clagon. So yeah, dude, overall I think I can definitely tell you're sort of newer to music, but I didn't think there was anything musically wrong with your track. Like, nothing I'd be ashamed to share with anyone, so let's just stop you right there before you think that. I wrote down a little note so I don't get distracted in your feedback part. And yeah, so let's just talk about it. The dynamics before you drop. So we need to leave a little bit more in the mix here. Especially around this area, there's a lot of information going on in the bass. Everything's sounding very loud, but we don't sort of have that contrast now between the break and the drop. It's all sort of like becomes one part because there's no change in the dynamics between the break part and your drop. So I'd make things a little bit softer in your break. Definitely don't have that much activity going on in your low end in your break. It's going to take away from your drop kick and your bass line on your drop. It's just like there is no real way to explain it, but the ears sort of get used to those frequencies, and when we have bass in the drop, it's sort of lacks that impact, I would say. Definitely make your pick a bit louder, have it saturated a bit more, and then I definitely add some dynamics in your drop part by having your sidechain affect your main synths a bit more, so we get sort of that breathing, and then that lead that comes in, it's a very basic saw lead. I think we need a bit more distortion and a bit more information in the higher frequencies on that lead. At the moment, it's sounding very clean, like just your generic super saw. I think let's definitely control some of our rhythmic elements, have some silent breaks in there. Make sure that everything is flowing along with the rhythm of the kick. At the moment, we just sort of have no dynamic change. It's just sub bass all the way through. So I definitely look at my subs and add a little bit of rhythm back into that. At the ends of our bars, make sure we have some like drum fills or a little bit of ear candy to carry the song along. Like I thought your melody and your chord structure and all of that was down, dude. I have no gripes there. Just the sound selection on that main synth is a bit overdone. It's just a generic super saw. We need some more activity on the high end on that sound. Definitely throw through a distortion plugin like Trash 2 or something that's going to add some upper harmonics. We need a better fill here to announce the end of our drop and sort of introduce the break again. Again, the mixing here needs to be looked at. The sub region is controlling the shape of your other elements. Like you can hear, they sort of wobble in and out with the sub. I definitely dropped the sub parts in your break. You don't need any sub activity in your break because we really want that drop to have lots of impact and really like draw the listener in. If we having all the sub activity in the break, it's definitely going to take away again from the impact. I love the variation pieces we did here. Some of the sound selections a bit overdone, a bit dated, I would say. You can fix it up by throwing those ear candy bass pieces through another distortion plugin or like a flanger plugin to bring it to a more modern sound. I think that sounds very like 2016-esque. And then Yeah, wave shaping or automating the volume. So we have these little breathe moments here, but we sort of just get a wash of the reverb in the breathing moments. I think we definitely need to add some sort of rhythm with percussion and definitely control the rhythm of that reverb wash. I think just having a reverb wash for like where there's that sort of break in the sub. It's not interesting. Let's add some more ear candy elements there. Other than that, really good, dude. For 7 months, you're definitely up there. Yeah, what's up, Rise of Power? Send your links in the chat, bro, and I'll give it a listen. Next, we have Antonio. Are you still here, Antonio? If not, it's a bigger up for you. And then after that, it will be INB music, just because you've already had one, Nazuna. It will do you afterwards again. And then I think we have Coon Martin. Yes. And then I think it's back to Beat Petite, and then we'll do some more of Hello Furry English Llama, and then some more of Nuzana. Cool. This is Antonio Mazia with the Meta 1.5 step. Are you still here, Antonio? Pop us a chat message, otherwise you're getting the big old skip button. What's with the stuff on the screen called? So that's an application called Minimeters. I will type it in chat for you, and it's all meters to do with the audio, dude. So on our top left here, we have our stereo graph, which basically gives us our stereo information. We have a simple spectrogram here, which is going to give us our frequency information, like spread out over a graph. And then at the bottom here, we have spectro something or other. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, it's all the wave shape of the music. And it helps us see issues in tracks a little bit easier. Antonio, you haven't said anything, brother. We're gonna have to maybe skip you. We will play your shit if you come back. For now, it is in Boo music. Did I spot your link? I got your link, Mr. Rise of Power. You are a couple of places in the queue, like 4th or 5th, bro. So there is going to be a 15-minute so delay. But yeah, this is the Anti-Jerks, which is Inbu Music with Convoy. Where are you from, Inbu, and how long have you been doing music? Germania. I was thinking underground club scene for sure. Hey, Elsfate, welcome in, dude. What's up, what's up, what's up? Underground vibes or electro vibes when the electro music was just coming out, and yeah. Give it up for the anti-jerks, guys. That was Convoy. Yeah, I really like that Convoy. I thought it fit the style. A couple of things we can talk about in the mix arrangement. I don't have really many gripes or thoughts. It was an interesting arrangement throughout. I didn't feel like it got stale. Not really. It fits sort of the house music electro vibe where sort of that repetition is key in the music. But yeah, some things in the mix, but I'm gonna step through it. Whatever I find, I'll let you know. No in boo. Are other people lagging? And I don't think it's me. My Fume Health does show that it's alright, but yeah. I don't know if you heard, but yeah, I thought your track was alright. The arrangement fits the style of the music. There were a couple things in the mix that we're gonna talk about, but other than that, thought it really had a cool vibe to it. Like someone said, felt like I was in the Matrix. Just one thing here. When your kick's double hit, you're not managing the length of your note, so the tail end of the kick is sort of stepping over the next one. Let's just watch that. If we control the length of that first kick and make sure that the tail doesn't step over the next kick, that'll make it sound a little bit more cleaner. I think we have a little bit too much loudness for a break or a build up. Let's leave some of that dynamic range for when the drop comes in, just so that those kicks hit a little bit harder. Which you've sort of done, yeah, I can hear you sort of fading out the volume. I think let's maybe work a little bit more on the rhythm of that main lead. At the moment, it's just an arpeggiated saw sound that is sort of repeating. Maybe if we had some variation in the length of some of the notes, if we focused on some of the tails of that sound and tightened it up a little bit in some parts, like it needs to vary. So I like that we have sort of this sounds stepping over each other, but if we brought it back and made it sound tight for like a second and then made them step over each other, it would maybe give the sound a little bit more meaning and like convey that you meant to have it sound like that. Especially that's going to go a long way to make it sounding more modern. Again, when we have the double kicks, the subtail is stepping over the next one. That's messing up around with the muddiness of the track, so definitely fix the length of your first kick when they do that double hit. Oh my gosh, sorry, I didn't realize my microphone. Freaking Windows 11 is a piece of shit. It keeps muting my mic. But anyway, where did you hear up to? Like, I've been giving you some feedback, so I just want to go back and repeat myself in case you didn't hear me. When was the last time you heard me speak, Mr. Anti Jerks? Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Told you, professional streamer. I mean, unprofessional. Shit. Well, that's a relief. I got this. So we've heard no feedback on this track, I take it. So my main thoughts were the kick, we need to control the length of the kick sometimes. So they sort of, when you had that double hit there, um, gosh, the tail of the kick is mudding up the attack of the next kick, so we need to control the length of that first one. I'd introduce another kick sample on top of this one. I don't think it comes through the mix as nice as I'd like it to. I spoke about things like adding a little bridge here to introduce the drop. I spoke about we need a bit more action in the low mid area with your baseline, so I would take a bit of the low end away from your kicks and introduce a new baseline to sort of control the sub area so that we can have some drive from a sub. At the moment, the kicks are controlling everything and they're sounding a little bit muddy, to be fair. I definitely just cut some of that sub end of the kick and introduce a new baseline. But yeah, the last thing you heard was kick. I'm sorry. So yeah, definitely choose another kick sample. Fix the mix and the kick. The sub is too hot. Let's take away from that. Introduce a new baseline. Have some bridge moments, so that will be percussive fills, could be a vocal fill, or it could be a synth fill. I'll let you decide there. Definitely to announce drops and breaks. See, this part we've sort of gone into our break, but it wasn't announced, so we don't really know. We're confused a little bit, so definitely introduce a fill there, an impact to sort of downlift into the break. I love the lead you've chosen. I love the sort of the effort we've gone into giving it a little bit of width. I do like that. It does become a little bit stale on the second drop, unfortunately, so maybe change up your melody, change up the length of your notes. That's going to add some variation. But yeah, overall, cool track, dude. I think it fits the vibe. So yeah, sorry about that. Let's get next into, I believe it's Ku Martin. And then it will be Antonio. Then we're back to Beat Petite, unless I just did Ku Martin. You guys gotta fix your names. We haven't done Ku Martin. I don't remember this track. So yeah, and then we will get to your other track, Nazana, I swear. And Beat Petite, I'm definitely coming back to your other tracks as well, don't worry. Objectively bad. We miss you, Jack. I'm only going to stream for another 13 minutes, Grizzly, and then I'll be on the Discord, bro. Sorry. It turned out to be a banger of a stream. People came in with the heat, so that side bass, yep. Yes. Definitely the side bass is a bit distracting. Hey, go away, rats. I already told you my story. Yo, that was H3IZ with The Song Is Objectively Bad. I don't know what objectively bad is supposed to mean. What does it say? Say that suffering is objective, to say that being bad does not depend on the thoughts, feelings, or mental states of anyone. It's still bad. Alright, so You don't get what anyone thinks. It's not terrible. I'll give you that. Definitely think it needs some variations. Your piano needs to come down an octave. It's sitting a bit too high up there. Maybe we're gonna just bring the root note down an octave. We're gonna add some more elements because it's sounding kind of empty at the moment. We're gonna fix the side on our bass because it's you're sort of pitching it down. It's gonna really introduce a lot of phasing issues. So definitely control the mix of your sides on your subfrequencies. I think sound selection's a little bit weak. I don't like that piano. It's too basic. Some of the hits are also could do with layering a bit more. So find some more sounds. Usually my sounds, my main clap or snare would be at least 5 or 6 sounds layered over each other to sort of give it that width over the whole range of frequencies. And snares are very important to give rhythm to your track. Yeah, definitely think about the in-between pieces between your drums. We're going to need something in there to sort of fill out the mix a bit more. So maybe some ear candy. I noticed a lot of your ear candy is hitting on the kick. Let's move that a bit in the rhythm, and let's rather introduce the ear candy bits where there's that break in between the kicks and the snares. Definitely change the melody. It's going to need a bit more interesting melody over there, so that's going to have to change over time. But yeah, I can tell you're sort of new to it, so over time you'll sort of find your way in the music scene, and definitely look at the samples you're using. I think you could do with some better sample packs. So there's a lot of free ones out there, or you could get a $10 Splice subscription, which goes a long way. But yeah, thank you for sharing, man. After you've worked a bit more on the arrangements and added some more elements, I definitely think it needs some more elements. Definitely send it in again, and I can sort of poke you in the right direction. Antonio, you are next, bro. It's been a long while. I'm sorry. We've sort of waffled on, haven't we? The Meta 1.5 step. All right. Did we listen to this already? No. No samples, pretty cool. Did you record the guitars yourself? Rhythm goes hard, Joe. Yeah, headbang. Bit harsh there. Again, it's the flange on those high frequencies. You gotta watch out high frequencies with the flanger. Yeah, it brings a whole lot of character to the sound beat. Definitely Elsfade. Ooh. Yes. Yo, give it up for Antonio Mazia with the Meta 1.5 step. Is it Meta 1.5 tip? Sorry. Yeah, that was cool, dude. I think my main focus around here is gonna lie around the dynamics of the mix. Often people think about rhythm consists of a few things. It's the timing, it's the length of the notes. This is the one that people always forget is the length of the notes. So we definitely need to introduce some variation in our note lengths in the song. Give our track some moments of silence where sort of the drums can breathe a little bit. Metal step. Oh, okay, I see. Metal step. Yeah, that makes sense now. Sorry. Thought this was okay for an intro. I love the variations throughout. The side information on the kicks is too much, unfortunately, dude. So we're gonna have to run that through a side EQ and make sure that we're taming the low frequency sides. We mostly want that information in the mid channels. I definitely think we need to have some sort of riser here or some sort of build up snares just to introduce the drop a bit. Let's move away from the drums for a little bit. Give our ears a break from the drums. Not that they're bad, not that your ears need a break, but I think it will help the drop along and it's gonna make your drop sound cooler. Again, look at the lengths of our subnotes. Let's definitely have some breaks in between there to give dynamics to the song. At the moment, it's sort of just a splish of sub throughout, and our ears don't really get that break to sort of give more impact to our kicks. Hello, sorry again, it's fucked up. Are you the police? No. Sorry again. I'm not muted. No. Oh, well, I must have a keyboard or something that's muting it. Alright, so main takeaways from this mix. Let's definitely look at the dynamics in the mix. Give some variation to our sub frequencies so that it adds to the rhythm of the track. Don't have the sub droning from bar to bar to bar. Add some silence in our sub there to sort of, especially right before those big impacts on our kicks. That'll make our kick have more impact. So then we said sidechain, we need some more sidechain. And then the break area, I'd remove a lot of the drums from this break section here. I think because we have such aggressive kicks, it does take away from our next drop. So if we had a little bit softer drums here and just synth elements, and then obviously a nice big build up with the riser, a drum roll, using some snares, toms, whatever you want to use. I think let's move a lot of our sub information there at the bottom in our bridge piece, dude. It takes again away from our main kick. Then if we look at giving the kicks their own space with some side chain and fix sort of the droniness of the sub, I think, yeah, the mix will sound a lot better, dude. I don't know where you heard up until now my feedback, dude. I do apologize that Windows 11 is a bitch. But other than that, it was the sides. So we have too much information on our sides for the low frequencies. Let's use a side EQ to sort of bring down the information on the sides for the lows. And then again with the dynamics, introduce some silent moments in rhythm with our kick to add back the rhythm that we've lost because we sort of have this droning sub and other elements. But yeah, overall, amazing job, very artistic. I liked the track, I was a fan, but I think our bass. So our mid's taking away from our bass, so I don't know if you heard me say this, but we sort of have to introduce a smiley EQ where we leave the top end of our mix and we sort of leave the bottom ends, but the mids need to come down a bit. They're far too loud, and yeah, I don't think our bass lines come through as much as they should, so definitely add more saturation on our bass lines. I'd probably add a layer of distortion on them. Other than that, yeah, overall really cool. Definitely focus on giving our ears a bit of a break from that very harsh mid-range. So yeah, make sure that our break region is sort of a lower mid-break with some high elements, maybe a hat, but definitely no big kicks because we want to save the big kicks for our drop. And then I was talking about the bridge section, yeah. Yeah, again, we introduced the kicks a little bit too early. What's up? Sorry. I am going to be doing a few more tracks and then I'm going to be ending the stream. So if you send your track and yeah, if you send your track, I'll make sure you're the last one, and then yeah, then we're done for the evening. But now after Antonio, it was someone. It was Elsfate, because we haven't done you. Thank you for being so patient, Elsfate. I'm sorry it took so long. Usually we don't have this many tracks, so it goes much quicker. Yeah. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Rise of Power. I actually missed you, dude. Did I? Yeah, I think I did, dude. Sorry, else fate. You're gonna wait one more second while we do. Rise of Power. Are you? Yeah. Otherwise, it's the good old skip. Yeah, it is yours right now. Welcome. So this is Tyler I with Rise of, which is Rise of Power, and it saved me. Give us a good hit.
My mind is broken, my feelings raw. My dreams are a portrait of the devil at my door. I beg forgiveness for all my wrongs. I swear to God Almighty, I will sin no more. Oh, oh, I will sin no more. Oh, oh, I will sin no more, 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 more. Devil offers riches that I've got in my heart. The devil offers fame, but I told him I don't wanna be a part of the problem, the hatred, the evil awakened, terrors that be the enemy, the nightmare around us, the shackles that bind us, the feeling of living without living free. Save me, help me, walk with me in my shadow, show me how we make sure of our tomorrow. Darkness approaches, killing my light. I see the monsters in the deadly hours of the night. They surround me, inflicting fear. They announce me as the one that owes his tears.
Wow. We were both singing Imagine Dragon at the same time. Through Martin, right? This is really good though. What? Who said that? Porn was a track.
The feeling of living without living free.
Yes, give it up for Tyler I with Save Me. You guys got it bang on. Simply lovely, simply lovely. Couple of things in the mix here or there. Arrangement I think was perfect, dude. I really wouldn't change much in the arrangement. So we're mostly gonna focus on the mix part of this feedback. But yeah, really nice track, dude. Banging. Somebody said Imagine Dragons, and that's the exact feeling I've sort of had from the track. But yeah, let's see what we can find in the mix. Your little intro choir there, perfect. Nice little intro, sitting well in the mix. Not too harsh on the high end. Low end is well controlled, so it's not going to take away from a little break moment we're gonna have here.
My mind is broken. My feet.
First thing I hear, the snare, dude, is way too far in the back of the mix for my liking. If you listen to Imagine Dragons or Coven, you can hear that snare hits really hard and it's really sort of drives the mix home. So let's look at your snare mix there again. Definitely needs to be saturated a bit more. Maybe you need another layer in there to sort of give you that spread over the frequency range.
My dreams are a portrait of the devil.
Kick as well, it's lacking a bit. I think definitely need some more saturation. I wouldn't have so much sub activity though in the build up to our drop here, so we definitely leave some room in our subs so that when the main kick comes in for the drop, that it hits nice and hard.
At my door, I beg forgiveness for all my wrongs.
I think the vocals overall are a little bit loud. I'm sorry to say it, dude. So let's maybe mix it down a little bit more. Leave some room for the instrumental. I think the instrumental is amazing through this track. I love the guitars and the melodies, but a lot of the time the vocals sort of outshines that, and we really have to dig into the mix to pull out those instruments. So let's turn the vocal down a little bit.
I swear to God Almighty, I will sin no more. Oh, I will sin no more. Oh.
Definitely your electric guitars definitely need to be more front and center in the mix. I really like them, but they're way too far back there, so let's add a bit of saturation onto them. Overall, I think that little breather moment and the fill was done really nicely. The mix on the fill is not the greatest. We can definitely focus more on the transients in that fill. So at the moment you can see they're sort of muddied up together, so I'd focus on having some hits sort of almost reach silence towards the tail end of the hit. And possibly some panning on those hits just to like add a little bit of variation. At the moment it's just a tom playing through. If we had some movement on the panning, it might add that extra something. Again, the vocal here is a little bit loud. It's taking away from the instrumental. I think the kick needs to come more forward in the mix. Definitely. Snare as well is also still too far back. I think your delivery on the mic and recording of the vocal is excellent, dude. So I wouldn't change much there. Perhaps a little bit too much on the low end on the vocal, so we might need to tune that up with the EQ or something. And then again, it's the side mix on the low end. Way too much information happening on our sides on the low end, so we're gonna have to sort that out with a mid-side EQ. Make sure that our low end is nice and centered in the mix. I definitely think, yeah, in the second part, we're going to have those electric guitars much louder and driving the mix a little bit harder. I think the vocals would actually sit a little bit under those electric guitars in this part. Because in our first break, the main focus was the vocals, so we've already heard that. So if the vocals were a little bit under the electric guitars, yeah, I wouldn't be mad, and I actually think it might sound a little bit better in variation between the two. But overall, really good track, dude. I am impressed. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, man. I'm gonna drop you a follow. I dig that track. I think the vocal was really nice. And if you guys like Tyler Ice stuff, drop him a follow, man. It was really nice, nicely done on the sort of creativity and arrangement, and musically speaking, it was a good song. Just some things on the mix, but yeah. Appreciate you, Antonio. I'm sorry that I made you wait so long. It's not Antonio Elsfade. Yeah. This is Elsfade with I'm gonna begin to try butcher this. I have no idea what that means in English. Please do tell us. The Magic Musical. It's probably a bit loud. I thank you for the warning, but yeah, let's take a listen. Made it on the plane. No wonder it's a bit loud. Yeah, drop them a follow if you love them. We're gonna do House Fade, and then I'm gonna do the rest of your beats, your tracks, Beat Petite, and then yeah, and then it was one more person. What was his name? It was Sirius, and then we're done. Jack, cool. Let's listen to Elsfade production. Man, this got a lot of energy. Hey, wait the fuck in! We never done that. Hey, this got such a nice vibe to it, man. It's got that video game feel. The mix needs a little bit of work, but we'll talk through that. That's my specialty. Hey, the sick variations, really cool, dude. Was it a very fast plane? This man was in an F-18, boy. Oh, you guys crack me out. Damn, beautiful Elsfade. That was sick, dude. That was sick, man. That track must have had the most energy we've listened to all day, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. There were a couple of things to talk about in the mix, but there always are. There's that mix. You can never get the perfect mix, but yeah, arrangementally speaking, I think you've done really well, dude. Really nice artistic touch. Not one part of the track that I feel like I was getting bored. Yeah, so we'll step through it. We'll talk about those little mix things, and other than that, it was really cool, dude. Appreciate you for stepping by, dropping dropping the follows and all the things, and yeah, let's see what we can find in the mix. Yo, thank you for telling me. Um, yeah, so overall, I really liked the track. After the first 30 seconds, I felt like there wasn't much to change. Maybe it's the world just trying to tell me to shut the fuck up. The mix is perfect. Who knows? Or it's a keybind that shouldn't it be? But anyway, yeah. So first things, what was it? Oh, it was the side chain with your kicking your sub bass. I think let's give the side chain a little bit more threshold so that it will leave a little bit more room for your kick. At the moment, they kind of sound like they're stepping over each other a little bit. And then I was talking about the length of your very fast 16th notes. I think we need to make them a little bit shorter. It's going to widen up your track a little bit, give it a little bit room for your other elements, and it's going to sound a little bit more professionally mixed when those tails don't overlap each other as much. Obviously, they're naturally going to overlap a little bit, but I think if we tightened it up a little bit, like you had this part here with its tight transients, everything had its tail and sort of like silence between the hits. You heard how clean and professional that piece sounded. So I think we need to take what we've done here and sort of apply it to our synth elements, and yeah, it's going to give the track a whole lot more rhythm because we have those clear silent moments between our hits, and it's going to open up the mix a little bit more. Done so well on the arrangements here. Honestly, no gripes about how you've changed the song over time. Most of my gripes exist in the low end mix of your song. I see you've done really well to control your sides. Maybe we're missing a little bit of width on the high end, so you can see you got no side information that's like louder than your mid information on the high end. Usually you want that just a little bit over the mids, just so that your track does have that nice glimmering wide sound. I love the noise we've introduced over our heads that adds a whole lot of fullness to the sound, which is good. So nice job there. I think we need to play around a little bit with the length of the white noise again. White noise is very powerful in dictating the rhythm of your track. I think if we had a bit of a shorter note length on the white noise, it's going to add some more rhythm back. But yeah, overall, amazing track, dude. I'm going to drop you a follow. We really loved that. And yeah, you're definitely going to come back and share some more stuff with me because this is cool, dude. Maybe white noise a little bit too loud in the mix, but that's something we can fix easily. Thank you for sharing. Next is Beat Petite, and then it's serious. Oh my god, Beat Petite, it's lost your link. Can you send me that link again, please? I'm sorry, it won't let me scroll that far back. What the heck? First world problems. I guess 808, you're gonna send us something while we wait for Beat Petite. I guess we could do Sarius. Yeah, if she's gonna send the link now, then we'll just wait for Beat Petite, and we will hot plug one of my tracks. Me and you coming out this Friday, all music platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, whatever platform you can think of. Me and you will be there, and yeah, let's run that out while we wait for Beat Petite's new link, and then it'll be serious. And then if 808 don't have a track, well, I guess after that we shall be done because I am 30 minutes over stream time, and dinner's getting cold. So yeah, I think maybe we just do Beat Petite and then Sarius. Cool. Oh, thank you for the link. Let's go. I wanna know. Get your birthday suit on. Cause Beat Petite's coming up with the heat. Ba-da-da-da. Yeah, that's me and you. That'll be out on Friday on all music platforms. Just a little teaser for you guys. I don't want to keep you waiting too long, so let's hop straight into Beat Petite's track. Then we're going to do Serious and one last Beat Petite to end of the stream after that. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys for being here. It means a lot. One step closer to that milestone. Fuck yeah. I know it's got the perfect reaction emote. Ace, we love sneaky peekies. Woo. I love what we did with the rhythm in that beginning part. Woo. Yes, please, man. This rhythm at the first drop was really cool. Obviously, guys, still working on this one. There's some things to fill out in the mix. A lot of space for room for activities, as I like to call it. But yeah, overall, I like the track. Thought it was well mixed. Yeah, Candy on point. Cheers, Q Martin. Thank you for coming, bro. Appreciate you, man. Catch you next stream. I'll be on tomorrow. What's up, little the god? How you doing? Queue's closed at the moment. I do apologize, but we'll be back tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad place. We're just doing a couple more before we end off. Man, those short perks are going in. Maybe we need to sidechain them. I definitely think about sidechaining them a little bit. They seem to step a little bit over your 808s here, so let's give your 808s those room by sidechaining them. Definitely a little bit more variation in them over those 16 bars or whatever it is. Let's change them up. Let's make them stutter a little bit here and there. I think towards the last set of bars, yet getting a little bit stale. Not much. I think if we change it up with some stutters here a little bit, play around with the rhythm. Obviously, this brings it back nice. That's the sort of variations I was looking for in the beginning part. Even this, where we changed up the rhythm a little bit with another hit. I think we should do more of that in the beginning part. But yeah, a lot of room here for our synth elements, which we're gonna definitely lay on top. Very cool track. It's a great starting point for something wonderful, which I'm sure you guys will just knock out the park. So we're going to Sarius, and then we got one more beat petite, and then I'm gonna love and leave y'all. This is Sarius with Saturn Re-Explored. Psy Chill. Where you from, Sarius, and how long you been doing music? Ooh, such a nice atmosphere you've set here. Ooh, 23 years. What was I doing 23 years ago? Jeez, just a dirty thought in Dad's mind. I just want to sit back and enjoy the vibes. Oh, I love how we brought us back to Earth for that little pass and then back to space. Let's go. Man, what a treat the song was. Oh, yes, please give it up for give a soft clap for Cyrus. That was so cool, dude. Loved the theme, the atmosphere you set there. Honestly, I felt like the story told us a song. I mean, the songs told us a story, which is not very easy to do. A lot of people these days just put down some beats and honestly just go with what's cool. But yeah, this had a nice sort of progression to it. It didn't feel stale at all, which is really hard to do considering that you've got the same elements sort of draining out through the whole track. To keep that sort of interesting to the listener is not easy to do. But I think you've like sort of progressed it over time really nicely. I like how you've sort of faded elements in and out throughout the mix. There was one little part here towards the end where you sort of toned back the width of the track a little bit and sort of brought it down to earth, and then right after that we just escaped right back into space. It was lovely. Honestly, no real feedback here. I think maybe one thing we could do is add a little break here so that we get just some sort of takeaway from the percussive nature in the track, so we don't have 5 minutes of the same sort of thing, and we could sort of like drop it down into just some ambient sounds and then bring it back to with our percussion towards the end. I think the vocal mix could be done a little bit better. It definitely needs some more volume on the vocals within the mix. Bring it a little bit more forward. That'll add a variation to the track over time. But such a nice soundscape. Amazing job on the width of the track. Everything sounds good, dude. No gripes, man. Thank you for sharing. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna drop you a follow. I definitely want to see what other goodies you got for us. And then we have Beat Petite, the final boss. And yeah, then it's dinner time for Jackie Poo. Thank you guys again for stopping by. Thanks for the follows. Appreciate everything that you guys have sent. It's been lovely listening to all your stuff. Let's listen to Sinister by Rail and Beat Petite in the making exclusive. This is a Jack Spade world premiere. Just kidding. It's such a unique percussive sound. It's like we're underwater. Yes. Oh. Yes, awesome. Give it up for Beat Petite and Rail. I think that was too short. Let's give it one more listen. Damn right, Grizzly. Woo! Yeah, those percussions underwater, it hits. Hey. Yes, a little step and rhythm. So good. I think we need to change up this part a little bit, yeah. Woo. It was so cool what you did, yeah, to sort of get this change over to your drop. Da, 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 da. This part, oof. Those two sounds work insanely well over each other. It's almost like one sound. Overall, not much feedback. Yeah, one or two things. The beginning part was a little bit muddy, so let's just control some of the low end on some of our other elements. But we sort of controlled it right before the drop here, which I think is okay. It sort of had meaning. It wasn't just mud. Really nice work in all your transients, and your rhythm is really down tight. I think maybe if we took away that little water effect on the percussions, I'm not sure if it's a sample or it is running through some kind of processing. Maybe if we took it away for like one bar, just sort of give that variation and let the listener, hey, I did this sort of underwater sound effect, quote unquote, on purpose, you know? Little hop in rhythm there, really well done. The only thing I'd probably change is I'm not sure if this is bouncing from your side chain or it's actually got an attack like that, or we've just reversed the sample, but it definitely needs to mesh a bit better right on the break here. Like if we had some reverb wash and it wasn't bouncing with that sidechain sort of sound. And then the sidechain came in louder and it sort of bounced a bit more in towards the next drop. It would give you that rhythm. But yeah, awesome guys. I love you lots. And thank you for all stopping by the stream, and see you tomorrow, maybe same time, same place. Appreciate all of you. Goodbye.